Hello everybody, welcome to today's KotLC video. I'm Austin from the KotLC Fanbase, and today I'm going to be discussing the KotLC ship war. It's the highly debated topic on who you ship Sophie with. There are the three main groups, which are SOKEEFE, SOFITZ, and then Sophie being single. So today I'm going to be going over all three of these ships and looking at all the points on which one's the best. Yesterday I sent out a community post asking you guys about what was your favorite ship for Sophie, and I'm going to be reading those and reviewing those in this video. And I can't wait to see what all you guys think about shipping Sophie, especially after all of the events with Keefe in the last book. But before we get into the ship war, I want to ask you guys to make sure to leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed the KotLC shipping videos, because I know I love to make these theory videos about who Sophie's going to end up with at the end of the book. Also, comment down below, who do you guys ship with Sophie, Keefe or Fitz, or should be better single? I'd love to know what all of you guys think down in the comments. Also, make sure to subscribe. We are closing in fast on 7,000 subscribers, so if you guys could help us get there, that would be amazing. It would take a few seconds out of your day and it would help us out a lot. That's all I have to say. Let's jump straight into the video. Alright, our first response of the day is from Sarah, and this person says, okay, when I look at this, I look at the character too. I ship SOKEEFE because I honestly think Keefe is going to be a better boyfriend to Sophie than Fitz. So I know Fitz is sometimes a good friend, but sometimes it seems like he's trying to make Keefe jealous at Fitz in Sophie's relationship. Keefe is a good friend and held back his feelings, so Fitz and Sophie could be happy. I also know that Fitz won't care if he's a bad match with Sophie. Fitz would. And Sophie does seem to kind of feel more with Keefe than she does with Fitz. A secret crush that even she doesn't know about. Thank you for the response, Sarah. I definitely agree with you on a lot of these points, especially the matchmaking point. I feel like that Keefe would still be with Sophie even if she was a bad match, and we see evidence in the book that Fitz really cares about Sophie not being a bad match, and even going to, helping her out of the fact that he just wants to find her biological parents so that she can't be a bad match. So that's definitely a good point where Keefe likes Sophie for just how she is. And I also see the Fitz jealousy thing where he's jealous over Sophie and he tries to keep him out, and even gets his own dad to barge in and tell Keefe to stay away from Sophie. So I definitely agree with you on a lot of these points. I do think Keefe is the better boyfriend as well. Alright, so our first response is going to be SOKEEFE. Let's get into the next one. Alright, this next one is by Grace, and this person says, honestly, so single. People in real life have a hard enough time concentrating on their tasks. It's just going to get more complicated for Sophie. Plus, she's recently broken up with Fitz. If SOKEEFE is going to sail, it should sail later, when things aren't as hectic. Sophie hasn't discovered her feelings for Keefe, if she does have some inside, which she could, as I recall her blushing several times near Keefe. Though, so single for now. So this is the first ship for Sophie that she's going to be single in this video, and I definitely agree with all these points. She recently broke up with Fitz, so she's probably kind of, dealing with that, and she probably doesn't want to be in another relationship now. Also, with all the tasks that the Black Swan, give her, that is a very large amount of work that she has to do. We see her staying up late at night just to think about what the Never Seen is planning. So I definitely see that, there is definitely a huge toll on her, and that she probably doesn't have enough time for a relationship. And then obviously we can also see that the fact that Sophie hasn't really stated that she liked Keefe yet. We may never know if she actually has feelings. So I guess those are all great points. Let's get into the next response. Alright, this next one is by Ashley, and this person says, I ship SOFITZ because Sophie and Fitz liked each other from the start. From the moment they locked eyes, they were in love. I love Keefe, I really do, but Fitz knows Sophie better. They are both telepaths, cognates, and only very close people can become cognates. Sophie and Fitz have been through so much together. Betrayal, losses, and much more. They are so much better together. I know that at the end of Legacy, Fitz and Sophie weren't on best terms, but that wasn't Fitz's fault, like so many of my friends think. Sophie had just discovered that her biological mother had been lying to her ever since they met, and her intellect and kind heart forced her not to tell anyone, because of what they would mean to or lie. I think Sophie and Fitz will one day, despite Sophie being unmatchable, be together. Go SOFITZ. Alright, thank you for the response, Ashley. So this person ships SOFITZ, and I like the points here. I mean, obviously I'm not a SOFITZ shipper, but this person had very valid points where Sophie and Fitz did like each other at the start. Fitz was the first elf Sophie met, so that is a special connection. I do agree. One point I do disagree on is the cognates. Honestly, I think that Fitz and Sophie's relationship was kind of getting in the way of their cognate training, where Sophie would not, tell Fitz her secrets and would, lie and cover up stuff from her. So I honestly think that the relationship really didn't help the cognate part, because they didn't really get truly, closely together enough, because Sophie had that secret about liking Fitz and she never told him, and then it just kind of messed things up when they got together, and then now they're breaking up. So I don't know about the cognate part. And of course, Sophie finding out who her biological mother is a lot of responsibility and a lot of information coming right at once. So I definitely agree. So I do agree with your points. Obviously I'm not a SOFITZ shipper, but thank you for the response. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, this next one is by Claire, and this person says, I ship SOKEEFE for many reasons. Sophie and Keefe are perfect for each other because they both comfort one another and are there for each other, and they both have a really unique connection. Keefe is able to send soothing breezes with his empathy into Sophie's mind and can comfort her when she gets upset in a way that no one else can. She feels completely comfortable around him and goes to him for support, knowing that he will always be there for her. And Sophie comforts Keefe as well. Keefe leans on Sophie like she's the only thing that's keeping him going, which she is. Without Sophie there to keep him on track, who knows how many bad decisions he would have made. Sophie's the only person he listens to. Like I said, they both feel completely comfortable around each other, whereas when Sophie was dating Fitz, she felt constantly stressed trying to be a good girlfriend and didn't want to tell him things because she didn't want to get yelled at. She was easily able to tell Keefe that she was unmatchable, knowing he wouldn't care and that he would support her through it, where she was super stressed about telling Fitz because she was afraid that he wouldn't like her. Like, if Fitz really loved her, then she shouldn't even have to worry about that. This just proves my point. Plus, Sophie only likes Fitz because of his looks. It's on the inside that matters. In conclusion, Sophie and Keefe are meant for each other, period. Thank you for the response. I do agree with this response 100%. These are all amazing reasons, you know, from Keefe sending the, you know, calming emotions to the stressed out Sophie. It just all matches. It all works out together. I definitely agree with you. You know, Keefe comforts Sophie, Sophie comforts Keefe. The only thing that made Keefe feel comfortable in the never scene was his, you know, talks with Sophie at night. So I definitely agree with you on that. And definitely, I did feel that Sophie was a little bit uncomfortable with Fitz because she was always, you know, stressing over, like, trying to be a good girlfriend. I definitely agree with you. And she was always, like, just talking about his looks and never really about his personality. So I definitely agree that Keefe's personality better matches up with Sophie than Fitz's does. Thank you so much for the response, Claire. Let's get straight into the next one. We are going to be doing one more, so let's jump straight into it. Alright, this one is by Rebecca, and this person says, well, I'm kinda in between. I ship SOFITZ because they were together so much. Like in the very beginning when Sophie had to leave her parents, he was there for her. And in flashback in the healing center, all the gifts he gave her, but it has its downsides. Fitz is a jerk sometimes. All the times he got mad and took it out on her, like Exile and Flashback. And throughout the series, SOKEEFE also has its ups and downs. Keefe just seems so gentle with Sophie sometimes, and they were through so much. I mainly ship SOFITZ, but I might change. Then there is Sophie, just single, where she can't get hurt by the boys. They all have ups and downs, but we can ship what we want. Very good response, very good response. I like how, you know, you give the positives and negatives of both sides, but I do have to disagree about Fitz being there for Sophie at the start of the book. I understand that Fitz was the first elf that Sophie met, but is that because Fitz like really was searching out there just for her? Or was it mainly because Alden sent Fitz out to get Sophie? It just doesn't work out that Fitz was searching for Sophie. It was Alden telling Fitz to search out for Sophie. Fitz didn't know anything about her. So I kind of disagree with that point about SOFITZ. But yeah, of course SOFITZ has its ups and downs, and SOKEEFE has its ups and downs. So that's why I really like this response. Overall, from this little poll I sent out, we do see a little bit more people shipping SOKEEFE than SOFITZ. But I kind of expected that because honestly I see most of the viewers commenting on our ship videos that they ship SOKEEFE over SOFITZ. But yeah, thank you for everyone who responded to this. I'm sure I will make a part 2 of this video because there were so many responses that I didn't get to, and I would love to do in a part 2. So if we get to 200 likes, I'm going to be doing a part 2 and going over more of these responses and talking about more KotLC ships. Thank you for everyone who submitted something. Let's jump straight into the outro. So everyone, it's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, I will be doing a part 2 if we hit 200 likes. So hit that like button if you guys want more KotLC ships. And remember, comment down below, who do you guys ship with Sophie? Fitz, Keefe, or her being single? I would love to know. I always try to read and reply to as many comments as I can. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Help us hit 7,000 subscribers and our ultimate goal, 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It would mean a lot for you guys to go down and click the subscribe button. It would make our days. And remember, we have a KotLC Discord server. The link is in the description. You guys can talk with us and other KotLC fans. So it's a great opportunity. So if you guys want to check out our Discord server, check out the link in the description. We would love to see you there. And also, you guys can check out our merch at bit.ly/KotLC Fanbase merch, where you guys can check out our SOKEEFE, SOFITZ, Iggy designs, and so much more. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next week. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something bad.